Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. e5 is a common response that establishes a presence in the center, controls d4, and opens up the queen and dark-squared bishop. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the e5 pawn, and prepares to castle. Knight c6 develops the knight toward the center, protects the pawn on e5, and eyes the d4 square. The Italian game starts with bishop c4, which attacks the f7 pawn and prepares to castle quickly. Bishop c5 attacks the f2 pawn and helps control the important d4 square. c3 supports the d2, d4 pawn break and allows the queen to develop on the queen side. Knight f6 develops the knight and attacks the undefended e4 pawn. d4 takes space in the center, attacks the e5 pawn and c5 bishop, and allows the dark-squared bishop to develop. e takes d4 opens up the center and captures the d4 pawn. e5 attacks the knight and gains space in the center. d5 takes space in the center, allows the light-squared bishop to develop, and attacks the bishop on c4. Bishop b5 develops the bishop, prepares to castle, and pins the knight. Knight e4 moves the knight to safety, occupies the center, and defends the bishop. c takes d4 recaptures the pawn, attacks the bishop, and adds a defender to the e5 pawn. This move puts their bishop on a safer square. You shield your king by blocking the check from the bishop. They defended their bishop, which was under attack. Castling kingside is a great way to protect your king and develop. This is a fair trade. You use the recapture to develop another piece. They missed a chance to develop a bishop off its starting square. Good recapture choice, bringing a new piece into the game. You are now able to force doubling of pawns. There was only one good move and you found it. You are forcing your opponent to double pawns. Recaptures. Your last piece has joined the game. They defended their pawn, which was under attack. Your opponent will lose material if you find the right moves. They are potentially weakening their king safety with this pawn move. Smart move, reinforcing your pawn with extra protection. Your opponent activates their last piece, bringing all of their forces into play. You've moved your piece to a powerful square. Precise move from your opponent. Nice, definitely the right move. They've improved the positioning of their piece. Your pin restricts your opponent's pawn. Their piece is now in a more active square. Very good choice. Your opponent makes a pawn chain, making their structure more robust. Well done, an excellent move. Defending their hanging pawn. Nice move. Your piece now controls more squares. They made one of the top moves in this position. You create luft for the king, providing it an escape square. They played one of the best moves here. Yes, this is the way. They've improved the positioning of their piece. Taking that pawn will win material for you after the follow-on trades. I like their choice. Nice, you found a way to win a queen. You are threatening to force eventual checkmate. They've made a mistake and their queen is now lost. This is the way to win material. They made one of the top moves in this position. Your move gets closer to checkmate. They move their king out of the check from your queen, getting closer to the forced checkmate. Capturing the checking queen. Always feels nice to win.